Welcome back, everyone. I am here to show you guys something new, or well, new to me. Um, I'm always curious about what's out there, and especially when it comes to Japanese planner products. And so I was excited to come across a fellow Facebook member in one of the other Facebook groups, and they mentioned something about their plotter planner. And I'm like, what is that? And I think they may have said something about um, Japanese planner, plotter, or something. I don't know. Whatever it was, I decided to go check out what they were talking about. They seemed really excited. And so I came across the actual website, which I will have the link below. And noticed that what she was talking about was that the company plotter for this brand, which is actually, I'm showing you the envelope that my order came in. Um, they opened up a US site. It is a Japanese company out of Japan. And they're under the same company as Traveler's Company. So and when you go to the link below, it will have actually all the different companies that are all together, or brands under the main company, I guess, which the other ones I was unaware of, which I still need to go explore. But anywho, Plotter launched, or some may think of it as a soft launch because they don't have all their products that they do in their Japan store, but they opened up a USA, and it's out of Long Beach, California. So yay, we have another major place to go to get some of our stationery goodies. And so these here are stickers, and I have two of them. So it's like a time circle, and which I guess plotting out your time. So it's a whole theme. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys the envelope in that plotter. The company offers their own binders, so it's a binder system. So they offer their own binders, which are small rings. I think they're like 11 millimeters, and I think they're cross rings. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that. And their own inserts and accessories. I did not order the binder. What they're offering is the three sizes. They have more offerings again in Japan than they do in the US for now. So the three sizes that they are offering right now are the narrow. That was the one I was first interested in. And then their Bible size, the size I did purchase, which is comparable to personal size inserts. And I will show you some comparisons of that. And then their A5. All right. So yes. So let me move this out of the way. So I did not order the binder, but what I did was I went to Amazon and I ordered a personal size, and I wanted something really narrow to kind of, go with the whole theme of this minimalist format that Plotter is going with. And and just so you can see, this is my very first Traveler's notebook from, at that time, it was MIDORI. Barely see it, it's real old. Made in Thailand. Okay, so this was my very first from the actual company, Traveler's Company, which they're named Traveler's Company now. And so yeah, I got excited. And so let me show you. I was going for the inserts, and so I'm going to show you the inserts I purchased, and then I'll show you how I have this laid out. So they, just like the Traveler's inserts, their inserts will have a number, so you can easily reorder the ones that you really like. So, and I placed two separate orders because then I was like, oh, why I should have gotten this other thing. Oh, and let me back up too. And the reason why I didn't order their binder yet is because first I wanted to see if I really like what they offer before actually investing, because their binders, they're made out of leather. They have 3 different types of leather for the 3 different sizes that they're offering at the USA store. But they're kind of up there. They're over $100. So yeah, I was not ready to dive into that. I have some Mo terms that have, you know, the layout I really like, because with theirs, with Plotter, you are actually customizing it. So it doesn't come with pin loops, inner pockets, nothing. It's just a beautiful looking, you know, cover, like simply, you know, kind of like this, minus this. And it doesn't have a closure or anything. You're going to have to purchase all those different things separately, but it has a beautiful spine plate, which makes it really stylish. So anyway, but I didn't do that. I'll tell you what I did here and show you. Okay, so back to the inserts. Let me tell you, their inserts, the paper, and I don't have the details of the paper, okay? But when you go to the link, I'm sure you can look that up. But, you know, with the changes with the Tomo River paper, well, it's not going to be offered like before, right? In your favorite planners. So you have to look for some alternatives. Let me tell you, honey, this paper, whatever it is, oh my gosh, it's so silky. So let's start with this one. This is the to-do list. And so as you can see, it looks like it's in like a notebook. And it is. And it has the holes, the 6 holes. Okay, and then you can see here, let me just pull it up. There's your 006 refill memo pad. Okay, and this is going to be for their Bible size, which is comparable to regular personal size inserts. So if you go for Bible size and you already have a lot of your accessories and things like that for Bible size, then you're golden. You won't have to rebuy a bunch of dashboards and all that. Okay, so it has a, you know, a stiff back back cover here, and the front one is it's still cardstock, but it's not as stiff as the back. And then here's the layout. So I'm gonna bring this up closer, and as you can see, it says mission, and then it has percentage. So this is for you to plot out, like maybe if you're working on a project. So, and you have different steps, or it's going to take a while, you can actually, and I'm sorry, I want to get this focus for you, but it starts at 0, 50, 100, and then a checkbox. Then, you know, so you have this section here to write whatever that is. And then it looks like there's double lines, okay, with a line going across. Well, this is so you can, you know, draw or line with your pen across this line to plot out how far you are in getting that project or task done, and then check it off here. So you can use this many ways. You can even use this just as a daily to-do if you want. So it's just all of those front and back. And what you can do is 2 different things, whatever. One, you can just carry this around with you for the day. Say you just want to carry this. Maybe you even made this into your grocery list, okay? You can carry the whole thing with you and not take any other planner stuff except a pen maybe. Or how you can use this is you take the sheet out. And I forgot to tell you, there's a line here for your date. So you just take the sheet out. Okay. So then you have your sheet, and you can take this by itself or put it in your ring binder. You know, you don't need several of these, right, with you every single day. So you just put it in here, and you're only taking what you need. So these are really nice. The paper is this silky smooth. It's a cream color. It is not white. Okay. And it is very nice. And you see the plotter name there, and it's just really simple, clean design, front and back. Okay. And then what you get when you get the packaging, you also get an example of how you can use this. And so in this example, and I like using my translator app on my phone and kind of see what they were writing. It's kind of fun. You can see they put the date as 5/1, and then they put up here in brackets weekly tasks. And so they have a bunch of things here. You can see how far they've gotten over here, how they plotted it out. Okay. And then they have down here daily tasks. So here's another way. Like I said, you can use this in various ways. And then on the back, you can see also they're just showing you what these different areas are meant for or how to do it. And you can see here somebody wrote to do, and then they just put in a bunch of to do tasks. Okay. And then you can see here that you have the whole pack, and then you can open it up. You could put it in your binder. There you go. Push the focusing work. Okay. Now, the next thing I purchased is their project manager. Okay, so this is why I ended up making another purchase. This is their project manager. This is their 008. Okay, and again, it's going to show you examples of how to use this. And I took one out. Maybe I should have got a different color to see this a little bit better, because this is not that great. Let's see. I'll get one of the darker colors. You do get, I believe, six of these, okay, in the various colors. And let's try one of these darker colors. Let's try the orange. Okay, yes, this is better. So it comes like this, like kind of like a trifold. Okay, and then you have here, it says project, so you can title this if you want, and then note. And then it says member. So say, for example, you are sharing this, you actually are working on a project. You can either use this by itself, or you can use this and keep it inside. And if you're sharing it with various team members, okay, and you would put it in like that and then put it in your binder, okay. So it says members, and then on the back, it has the same, again, this is just not focusing because it's trying to focus on other stuff. There we go. And it has the same layout as the actual sheet. Okay, the exact same. The inside is as such. It says chart, and then you can list whatever you are working on. And then it has dates. So say, for example, it's a major project. So you have different deadlines for the project to meet for the different phases. And then you still have that tracking mode. Isn't that cool? So you can use this by itself without using this if you wanted to. Okay. So you get 6 of these, which is really cool. And then the last portion I ordered was the weekly schedule and monthly schedule. Okay, and again, they're going to have like different examples of how to use them, which I think is really fun to look at using their translator app. But I'm going to show you in here. Okay, so I purchased this cover through Amazon, and it was about $8. And of course, it's not real leather, but it feels really nice. And this is going to have the small rings. It did not come with a pin loop. I'm going to show you what I did. So it comes with this closure with the button, which I thought was pretty stylish and still simple design. It is a very flexible cover. And then you open it as such. And then this fly leaf here, it did not come with it. So same kind of thing. It's just a simple design, right? Just like your plotter will be when you purchase your plotter or plotter binder. What I did was I took this fly leaf out of one of my Moterm planners. So again, you remember I said the Bible size is comparable to your regular personal size inserts. So I just put that on here, and I got my cloth and paper dashboards and just goodies just to make it simple, but just having the things I want. Okay. All right. And then my dividers, they work perfect. As you can see, nothing's overhanging. And then here we go with going into the monthly. So the monthly inserts, let's see if we can go a little closer. The monthly inserts, you'll see for 2022, you'll have your calendar at a glance. And then there is some writing here on the side in Japanese. I think, I hadn't really paid attention to it, but I think it's talking about the holidays, I believe. Okay. And all the pages are numbered. They're numbered on the bottom, and they are punched, corner punched. I know a lot of us like our nice, smooth corner punch inserts. And then the opposite side, you have the 2023 calendar. And then each set starts with, each set of planner inserts, they start off with that same, project task list I showed you before. And it says annual mission. So here you can actually put your goals if you want. Or you can just make it as like a brain dump for things you want to get done through the year. And then it goes into starting with December of 2021. And so again, it has this lovely paper. It is thin, so you can see through it, okay? You can see through it. If that bothers you, you don't want to see through your paper, this is not the thing for you. All right, and I'm going to raise this up again. Each month is going to look a little different depending on where the days fall. But on December, you do have, it says to do, and then it has about 4 boxes there. And then this open space to write stuff. It is a Monday start. The boxes are nice and big. And you can't tell with this lighting in here in my room, but it is small grid boxes. Very small, very light. And what makes that nice with it being very light print is that you could either use them or ignore them. Okay. Saturday and Sunday is shared. Now that's not my favorite, but for a monthly layout, that's fine. I generally don't have for myself a lot that I have to write down appointment wise on the weekends. So for me, that's okay. For others, you might not like that. And then you will see the numbers of the months over here on the side. So it gives you the whole year. And then it gives you a little bit of January, so you can see what days the calendar flows into. And then the weekend Sunday is highlighted in the red. And I believe typically in Japanese planners, your weekends and holidays tend to be that color of that red. And then another thing. So if you're familiar with the Jib and Techo, and I'm going to say both formats, the days and the regular vertical, They have the mood tracking. Well, these have mood tracking too, but they're not those emoji faces. So I'm going to show you, if you could see, each day has these lines. Now, I tried to look up what, because it's a specific name. I'll post it down below because I forgot what it is and I didn't write it down, but it's a specific name. And then when I looked it up, it's very scientific, because you can even get apps to do this type of thing where you are pretty much you're evaluating your whole self, and your mental health, your physical, everything. Okay. So it sounds very scientific. I asked in our Japanese Planner Facebook group if anybody is aware how to use this before I looked it up. I haven't gotten any answers on that. I know one person responded saying what this kind of format of mood tracking is called, but she did not know how you go about using it. So that could be a project. Find out how you do it. So then you turn in. Now here's where I talk about each month. It might look a little different. So here's January 2022. You have now 3 to-do boxes over here, and then you have some additional ones over here. So you have 4, and then there's room on the bottom. There's 3 and 3 here. So you have a lot more to-do boxes, or you can use them however you want. They don't necessarily have to be for to-dos. They can be maybe you write your goals there, or major event you want to put there, or whatever, however you want to use it. All right, so it just goes on like that. And here's February. It looks different. There's none up here. It's just an open box, but you have a lot of those task boxes. And so these inserts, I put all the monthlies in here, and they go all the way to, let's see, and I'm just going to point something out here. Okay, so you have January 2023, February, and March. So this will go into March of 2023. So you can do some future planning. And then they give you some of their grid paper. You get samples. And again, each page is numbered. So the grid, again, you can ignore the grid, and you probably barely see the grid, but it is grid. You have your area here for your date. You can use this above the line. You can title it or whatever and use that however you want. And you get pretty much, what is it, 4, 6, so 7 front and back. Then you get that age chart that a lot of us are familiar with. And then on the back of that, you get where you can put your personal data. And as you can see, maybe it's all in English, which is great. And then you get their plotter magazine, volume 12. And it says here Bible size. And it gives you some information about plotter, and I guess maybe just some information on here. I guess, oh, it's the chapters. And this is in Japanese. I mean, interview number 12 is in English, and it says documentary director, but it's in Japanese. And there's a lot. And you know, translator apps work okay. I mean, you could probably get away for the most part. If you don't know Japanese, I would say still try to, you know, have a little fun and make it a little challenge for you to use a translator app and, you know, try to read this. I find it fun. So anyway, that's nice that you get one of their magazines. And then I did some pen testing, and this is something I normally don't do for my review videos, but I have my Sarasa pen, and my Pilot G2, which is my go-to as well. This is the brown Sarasa, black, and then this Stabilo. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then some of my mild liners colors. And then, so what I was showing, and I posted pictures in our Japanese planner Facebook group, you can see some ghosting. Only where I used the mild liner, where I had it very saturated because they're really wet, was there just tiny bit of bleed through, but otherwise there's no bleed through. Not really. The Pilot G2, which is my wettest pen that I use on a regular, actually dried really quickly. So I know for like Toma River paper, sometimes the ink will sit on that surface for a little bit, right? But it did not, the Pilot G2 did not do that. You could see it was wet for a couple seconds, but that was it. It was done. I didn't need to blot it. I didn't need to sit and wait for it to dry or anything. Okay. And then you just get another of the calendar glass. Okay. So then I have the next section is going to be the weekly. It's a week on 2 pages. Again, you get that same task layout. And then this will start with the very last week of December. Okay, so we'll see the months indicated here. So it's December 12 and then January, because it has it right under the 2022. And so it's Monday start here. And this is going to be familiar for some of you that use like maybe Nolte, where it has the timeline grid going horizontally. There is a line to divide the day. Okay, so it's going to divide it at 12 o'clock. So essentially, the number starts at 6 for 6 a.m. all the way to 10 p.m. But you can see there's still line left. It doesn't cut off at either end. So you can always still use it to write if you do have something on your calendar. And then it has that mood tracker again. And then the weekend in the red. And then the opposite side is open. It's still divided for each day. You can ignore the line for each day and use it like your Hobonichi weeks if you want. But because it's divided for each day, they get you also, you have your, show you guys, your weather tracker. It is the grid. You have the calendar going down the side here. And I'm going to, let's see if I can show you guys for that weekly, the examples that they have. Again, I love that the inserts come with these example pages. And here's, let's see, this is going to be this side. And this is this side. So this is an example of how you could use this. So with the timeline side, the left side, you can use it where you have like your 9 o'clock event. And so you draw a line going down to represent the 9 o'clock. Maybe you have something that's over several days. You start at the same time. So you don't have to write it again and again. You just write it once and you know that by drawing a line, the same event is happening over multiple days and so forth. And again, you can use it however you really want. Here's an example on the opposite side where they ignored the lines between the day. Looks like they were still tracking the weather, but they did some, drawing. They're working on a project, I guess. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so you can see they also use this to track, I guess, some spending. Maybe the spending is for this project. I don't know. I haven't taken the time to figure out what this all means. And it looks like they were writing information here about a meeting. Okay. I like these. This is really fun. And here's where they talk on the bottom with that mood tracking, but they don't actually describe what that, how to actually use it. Okay. So because I wanted to keep this thin, I don't need the whole year of the weeks. So I just put, I think like January, February in here. Okay. Because then it runs into March. And then I just have another divider with, you know, dashboard, and then I have some cloth and paper. And as you can see, again, they're the same height. Now, the main difference that I found with these inserts is really the difference is the hole punch. So the hole punch is a lot more narrow. Let me just show you even with a dashboard. And all of these things here are from cloth and paper. Okay, so you can see these holes are very big, and then look at the comparison. They're a lot smaller. But I had no problem with putting on these rings and taking off. All right, I think I've covered all the bases regarding what I did order and showing you my setup. The insert prices are very, very reasonable. So that's why I suggest, if you're new to this product line, start with the inserts to see if you really like the inserts. They have other inserts too. They have some that are like plain if you like to draw, or even, I'm sure this paper probably works well with you guys that actually like using your color water paints. I'm not a watercolor painting kind of person. Let's see, they have lined. I am considering getting their lined. And I think like their inserts are like roughly around what, $4 or $5 or what have you. Very reasonable. Go check out the website from the link below. See if you like what you see. Start with the size that you prefer. Maybe you're an A5 person, so you just double check the measurements between what you currently have in the size you're looking at to the measurements of what they have. Again, the Bible size, it's personal. It's personal size. A lot of us started off with personal size ring planners. So, and some of us are still using those. You can use these in a small binder like this, or if you want to put it in your big chunkies, put it in your big chunkies. Totally up to you. Or, hey, go ahead and get you a plotter brand and check out their quality of leather goods. I might do that myself down the road, but I'm satisfied with what I have here. So anywho, that's it for today, you guys. Thanks for coming back and watching me show off these products that I did purchase from Plotter. And if you have a plotter, please go ahead and post below and tell me what you have and how you use it, how you like it. If you're curious, do the same. If you're brand new, go ahead and consider hitting the subscribe button and go ahead and hit like, everybody, because I keep coming back. I like showing off these different things. I'm a planner geek, just like so many of other of you. Hey, we love our stuff, right? So anyway, that's it, you guys. Have a great week. I'll be back with some other things.